I can't believe we are 18 months into a pandemic and I've only just thought about doing Teams, Zoom style call things with you guys. Gina, are you there?
I'm here, Tom. Good to see you again.
Gina, back again. You love to see it. Hope you're doing well. Andre, are you here as well, Andre? I think your mic's muted, Andre. He didn't say much, does he, Gina?
It really scares me.
Anyway, we finished things off in FM21. We finished with Aberdeen. We were absolutely class. I'm sure there are loads of teams that want us to manage them in FM22. Gina, give me the list. Who wants us?
Well, no one really.
What do you mean no one really wants us? We literally won 6 trophies in one season with Aberdeen. We can't do much more than that.
Well, despite all the trophies, the board only had 90% confidence in you, and that's put a lot of clubs off.
So wait, let me get this straight. Because the board said to us they're only going to give us a 90% approval rating despite us winning every single game in the season apart from one draw, no club wants to hire me. What is this?
Well, there is one club.
Okay, what is this club then? Tell me the club. Who are we going to manage then, Gina?
Brentford.
Brentford. You having a laugh? Brentford. Just promoted to the Premier League. Not a Real Madrid, not a Barcelona, not a Man City, Brentford. Andre, what do you make... Actually, Andre, where are you? Are you in the Shard? Is that Brentford Stadium behind you? Yes. How does he always know these things before me? He always knows where we're going to go. Well, I guess that's it then. If no one else is going to give us a job, we go to Brentford and we prove to people that we can do a job. So, Football Manager 2022 is here, and I am absolutely fuming. I can't believe it. I'm not happy. To be fair, my voice actually sounds quite okay at this moment in time, but at the moment I have got a really bad, virus or something. I've had a terrible voice for the past few days, and it feels pretty rough right now, it hurts to talk. So they decided to release it at my most vulnerable moments. And I might have just made an idiot of myself by saying vulnerable really weirdly then. But it's here, finally, Football Manager 2022, and I am very much looking forward to this game. We are starting off with Brentford. You guys chose it and voted for it. I put a poll out for you guys to choose between Man City and Brentford for a beta save, and we're going to do Brentford. Of course, if you haven't yet got yourself a copy of the Football Manager 2022 beta, then I happen to know a great place for you guys to go and get it. There's a link down in the description to 2Game, the team that I've partnered up with once again to bring you one of the cheapest versions of the game possible. If you use code TomFM at checkout, you get an extra 10% off, bringing the total price of your order down to £32. 2Game, they are a Sega authorised retailer, so it's all fantastic and legit and above board. And of course, you get the game for a great price, cheaper than Steam, and an instant Steam key delivered to your email address. So if you want to help me and the channel out with that, then would massively appreciate it if you guys buy the game from my link in the description. Also, because it is the first episode of a brand new series of a brand new game, I'm going to set a likes target, and that target is going to be 1,000 likes. And if we can get 1,000 likes, we will do some double uploads this weekend. Also, whilst you're down there liking the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel for plenty of FM22 content coming out over the next few months. And make sure you do leave a comment down below, 1, for the YouTube algorithm, but 2, let me know what teams you're going to be managing in FM22. Anyway, let's actually dive into it. We are here at Brentford. I am the new manager of the club on a lovely £18,500 per week deal. I'm in the money. You'll love to see it. Of course, Brentford just moved into their new Brentford Community Stadium, 17,250 seats. But actually, I'm surprised that the training facilities and youth facilities are quite rubbish. Average and below average. You'd think for a newly promoted Premier League team, it would be a little bit bigger. But we have a media prediction of 18th, and that is crucial because, of course, the whole point of this is to try and avoid getting relegated. That's the first thing we've got to do at Brentford, avoid getting relegated, and we've got £12 million to help us do that. Looking through the club vision and the 5-year plan, I'm a little confused. They want us to play attacking, possessional, entertaining football with young players, signing players from lower leagues, which is going to be very difficult. Well, the signing players from lower leagues isn't difficult, but playing attacking, possessional, entertaining football whilst trying to avoid relegation with players from lower divisions who are inherently just not going to be as good as Premier League players. I don't think we can adhere to this club culture, if I'm honest with you. If I don't do this, will I get sacked? And also, it is required to fight bravely against relegation. If we get relegated, will I... I'll be honest, I've never been sacked in a beta before. Could this be it? But here we are. We're in game. It's FM22. Look how beautiful this looks. I'm actually a really big fan of the purple accents all over the place. Normally I go straight to the dark skin or I download a skin, but actually I am really feeling and liking this sort of purple outline around the edges of everything. And the pink highlights, that does something to me. I like it. Now, there are plenty of new features that I really want to get stuck into and dive straight into. Notably, the data hub. The issue is we haven't played any games yet, so there's not going to be any data to analyse. So this is something that we'll get into in later episodes. But just know the data hub's one of these new big things, and I'm very excited about it. So who have we got kicking around this Brentford team then? I've sorted it by current ability, and already I love this. Already I love this because 4 of our best players, 3 of them are centre-backs, which is perfect because that means we can play a 3-at-the-back system using those new wide centre-back roles that are in the game. You know what? I reckon we actually get straight into it and just try and look at tactics. So I think before we create our tactic, we do need to find out what Brentford play in real life and maybe try and build something off that. So we're going to use the One Football app to find out, of course, the sponsors of today's video. It is the best football app out there to keep up to date with all the latest football news, scores and updates from anywhere in the world. And using the app, we can look at the past games for Brentford and see that they usually like to line up in a 3-5-2 or is it a 5-3-2, depending on how you position those wing-backs and wide players. So I think a 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 3 centre mids, and then probably 2 strikers is the way to go with this one. So thanks One Football. You can download the app for free from the top line of the description, and it really helps me and the channel out. So I'm not going to start with any of these choose your tactical style things. I'm going to create my own style, and we're going to go for this, a 5-3-2. This is what I feel like Brentford play, but obviously we're going to go straight in with these wide centre-backs, which is, I'm very excited about these new centre-back roles. So it does say here, the main job of the wide centre-back is to stop the opposition attackers from playing and to clear the ball from danger when required. However, unlike standard centre-backs, the wide centre-back is encouraged to stay wide in possession and support the midfield, more like a full-back. Okay. So they're playing... Okay, if they're playing like full-backs, do we need these wing backs? Like, could we not just do like that? Or some, like, or no, maybe like that. Why not? It's all open to experimentation. That's what we'll do. Can we add a 4th centre-back in there? We can't add a 4th centre-back. I feel like I could be being an idiot here. I feel like I am being an idiot. I think I'll put these guys back there, I think. But what we will do is have wide centre-backs on defend, support or attack. What's the difference here? So defend, wide centre-back is like a centre-back in a back 5, provide support in wide areas but quite deep. Okay. Support, they're willing to make overlapping and underlapping runs forward. And then attack, I assume that is like bomb forward massively with the ball. I think maybe we start off on support. Let's get 2 wide centre-backs on support and a middle centre-back on cover. And then I think very quickly, just so we can start to work things out a little bit, we don't know much about this team yet. I'm going to play through pre-season off camera, I think, and try and get to know this team really well. I'm going to quick pick it very quickly. I know we do have some star players in this team. Ivan Toney, for example, is a fantastic striker. Scored 31 goals in the Championship last season, 24 in League One the season before that. He's insane, should score lots of goals in the Premier League. I'm also a big fan of Aya, the centre-back. He is really solid. Obviously, they bought him in from Celtic for £13.5 million, which seems like such a big steal, although Celtic have made £13 million profit on him, so I guess it's a good deal for them as well. But he's going to be a solid player for Brentford. And then Frank Onyeka, I feel, is a player that is massively, massively underrated. He joined them for £8.5 million from Midtjylland, but I think he should be taking the Premier League by storm, if not in real life, certainly in game, because some of his attributes are solid. Really good mentals, really good physicals, and the technicals where they matter are also pretty good. So I think this guy is solid. He'll be a star for us. So that's just from a very quick pick, essentially. We will refine this later on, but essentially we've got these wide centre-backs, right? So I think we need to be playing down the wings, get those wide centre-backs down the left and right, and then look for those overlaps from the centre-backs. That's what I'm trying to work here, I think. And because we are quite fluid, maybe we need to be regrouping. You know, as soon as we lose possession, if our centre-backs are like right up here, having a good go at something because they're overlapping everyone, we need to regroup. And also, apparently, according to the devs, gegenpress doesn't work anymore. So let's not do pressing. But when we have won the ball, we do want to get up the pitch quickly. So we will counter, I think. Yeah, distribute quickly, distribute to the flanks, get those centre-backs overlapping, and then out of possession, I want our players to move or shuttle the opposition centrally because we've got a lot of bodies in the middle of the pitch. So I'll tweak this, we'll work on it, but as a very, very quick little thing, we want to make the most of these wide centre-backs. So actually maybe we should be forcing them out wide because they are called wide centre-backs. Maybe we try that. Basically, this very, very quick idea that I've had for this first friendly that we're going to play today is give the ball to the centre-backs and let them run up the pitch. Now, one of the new features coming to FM22 are these weekly staff meetings, and let's attend this weekly staff meeting and see if it's actually what it's going to be. I feel like it's very useful maybe when you start off a save, but I could imagine it's becoming quite tedious as the save goes on. So they're telling me right now that Christian Norgard would be a good vice-captain. Okay, make vice-captain. Do it. Brill. Apparently Frank Onyeka has to be discouraged from moving into the channels. Okay, start with training up, lad. And Risa needs to stick to the right-hand side of the pitch. Go for it. Okay, this is actually quite useful because ordinarily I don't usually touch player traits, so maybe that's quite useful. They also want me to give this guy technical attacking coaching, so go for it. Why not, right? And then apparently all three of these people need to develop their weaker foot. So develop your weaker foot, lads. I'm trusting you. This first bit has been pretty useful. And actually this next bit talking about player development is really useful because this gives me just a very nice indication of who is actually progressing towards their potential. It's telling me that they are pretty decent players and they're working well in training. I like this bit. Also, I can feel it and hear it now. You can really tell my voice is not enjoying this one now. So I do apologise. You'll have to bear with me. It's just, you can't help when you're ill. I've not been ill for 18 months of a pandemic. And then suddenly, as soon as the beta comes out, this. But now's the moment. This is where it's make or break. I've got to introduce myself to the squad and they have to think I'm a decent manager. I mean, if they watched any of my FM21 series, they'll know I'm pretty good. So I'd like to think they'll enjoy my presence in the dressing room, but we'll see what they have to say. They want to welcome me and look forward to playing under my management. Well, thank you, Pontus Jansson. It's very kind of you. I feel like I should say something, shouldn't I? I should say something like, I don't know if we need to improve any positions because I've not really looked at what area needs improving just yet. So I won't promise anything like that. The youth players could be terrible. So I might just say I'll accept good bids for you. I feel like I've got to say something. So I said that. And for whatever reason, no one enjoyed that. I mean, surely, I've told them I'm not going to stop a dream move to Man United, Man City, get in their way, essentially. And they're all downcast. I mean, I'm going to raise my hands right now. I'm going to say that's enough promises. And they all look pretty reserved. Let's talk about our targets for the season. So the target for the season is avoid relegation. I think they might be I don't know if they're going to be cross with that. I either say we're going to go down kicking and screaming and they won't like that because that's quite negative. Or I say we're going to stay up and they won't like that because it's too ambitious. But we have Ivan Toney. He scores loads of goals. He should keep us clear of relegation. So we're going to avoid being dragged into a relegation battle. Hurt. Offended. What? I mean, I did say a few players might be a little bit like, ooh, is that a bit too much, but hurt? I mean, come on. You're being a drama queen here. Okay, I think for the most part, it went well. There's a few players who I have got tabs on already that I don't like, and they probably won't start playing for me because I will hold a personal vendetta against them. Anyway, apparently we've got to do an inter-squad friendly right now against the second team or the under-23s, which is interesting because Brentford have a very interesting system where they don't have a youth academy. They just have the first team, essentially a B team, and then maybe an under-23 team. That might just be a Football Manager thing, but essentially they have a first team and a B team. In fact, can we see that? We can't. It just says under-23s. So I guess this would be the B team, right? Well, let's play the under-23s then. Let's do it. Play the under-23s, confirm. I don't know what I'm pressing here. Confirm squads. Yep, fine, good. And here it is. Brentford versus Brentford's second 11. There's no tactical screen there. It's gone straight through to this game. Was I meant to make changes in that previous news article or something? I don't know. To be fair, it's probably a good job we did actually set up a bit of a formation and a few tactical things before we head into this one. If we lose this, it's not going to be ideal. I assume I don't even know which team we are. I've not even properly looked at the team yet. Are we in? I think we're in the red and white stripes. And also, this is really slow. Sideline, camera height low, camera zoom massive. Speed those highlights up a little bit. Beautiful. So, by looks of things, the match screen hasn't changed all that much right now, as we have a corner to get things off. Now, will near post corners be the thing again in Football Manager 2022? Are they going to be the overpowered tactic formation? Who knows? It's time for you guys to find out. Of course, make sure you do buy a copy of the game via my affiliate link with 2Game in the description. Get playing yourself and let me know all the best corner tactics, please, so I can win loads of games, because that'd be quite nice. In the meantime, nothing happened on that highlight, so I'm not entirely sure what it was trying to prove there. As Brentford B kicked the ball up to Christopher Ayer, who wins that nicely, and then he plays it out wide to Henry, who puts it forward into Mbumo, who shoots backwards, because Ivan Toney scores instead. The first goal of FM22 is scored by that man, Ivan Toney. He's like the only player I spoke about before we started this save. I said he was going to be the danger man, and he's already scored against a bunch of children, essentially. So, well done, Ivan. I mean, I am pretty happy that we have scored, because if we conceded first in this game, I would have been fuming. And if we lose this game, I may have to have resigned. But we have won a penalty, which I'm not quite sure why, and Ivan Toney scores it. Okay, I'm feeling calm. This game's easy. I'm great at it already. I'll be honest though, I've not really seen our wide centre-backs do anything yet. I've not seen them putting crosses into the middle or taking shots. Now this is what I want to see, Christopher Ayer on the run. I would have expected him to go a bit further than that maybe, as Mbumo once again shoots and it's saved by the keeper. This game's well easy. I can't believe it. We're dominating already. We're having a good time. We're going to win the Premier League. Do we even need to sign any players? I don't think so. It's perfect. Come on, grab a third goal here. Or don't. What I will say, though, is I think this match engine does look a fair bit noticeably different and nicer to the match engine in FM22. Everything looks, or FM21 I should say, everything looks a little bit more intentional. Like all the players' actions and their kicks and their movements. I don't know if it's just me, looking through rose-tinted glasses. But I genuinely think everything just looks that little bit more intentional from all the players. There's no jitters or sliding around or, awkward movements around the ball. It just seems like everything's a bit more intentional. And I really like this. So maybe I'm trying to look for things that maybe aren't there, or maybe I'm remembering FM21 really badly or something like that. But I genuinely think this looks a lot nicer as well, which is nice to see, as with only 2 minutes left in this first half, and my voice is going now. I told you it was not great, and it's really starting to deteriorate right now. I do remember in the reveal trailer, there were loads of goals scored from outside the area on the reveal trailer, which makes me think that long shots are meant to be really OP in this game. What I might do, very quickly actually just now, shoot on sight. I'm going to turn shoot on sight on. And I want to see if we're just going to see some pile drivers scored from the edge of the area, like not that one. Or, alternatively, we put shoot on sight on and we don't get any highlights whatsoever. Although, highlights, that's not ideal, really. We have won, well, we haven't quite won yet. There's 8 minutes to go in this game. If we don't win this game against Brentford under 23s, please. No? Goal? No? Good. Okay, we've cleared out from the back. I really thought they were going to score a goal then. Luckily for us, the game has just... I mean, I'll be honest, we've won it via a penalty. Not the greatest of displays, I will admit. Lots of work to do on the trade. It's a new game, lads. It's a new game. We'll work it out. Of course, Ivan Toney with his 2 goals there. 8.3 ratings already. I guess Christopher Ayer and the other guy that I can't pronounce, Rawslov. I'm going to say that wrong all series. I do apologise. They both got very good average ratings playing as wide centre-backs. So, clearly, the wide centre-back experiment is working. I'm going to try and do a bit more of a pre-season to get these guys working properly together. But I like what I'm seeing so far. Anyway, we are going to wrap things up for you right here. But that is going to bring us to the end of the first ever video on the channel for FM22. We've got a few weeks of Brentford in this beta save before the main game comes out and we switch over to Wrexham, which is going to be really exciting. So I am going to be back tomorrow for another episode. Of course, I'm looking forward to that one. Hope you guys are as well. And until then, have a wonderful evening. Make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, make sure you leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.